Okay, so hopefully that's pretty close to sync. Little rare behind the scenes look here. My desk is a complete mess, but whatever. You guys won't see the desk, you guys will just see what I want you to see. That's the magic of film. Shift this slightly over. Can I? Let's find out. A little bit. Maybe someday I'll have a real tripod and won't have to deal with this setup anymore. Okay, am I recording? Yep. Alright, you see everything? Mostly. Good enough. It'll work. You can see the fucking duct tape where I had to tape down the fucking edge of the desk, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's swap this one real quick. As a car goes by. Okay, I'm kind of wondering where my camera lines are now. Alright, welcome back. Today, in a departure from my normal videos I've been doing on this channel regarding tech, I'm actually going to look at something completely low-tech instead of something high-tech. This here is my tabletop... This here is my table... Hey guys, I know the last couple of videos have been focused on technology. This one's focused a little more on something just that I like doing on the weekends. This here is my tabletop RPG just go-to set. It's real cheap. Well, I say cheap, it's inexpensive. And for the money, it does what it needs to do really, really well. I mean, I've tried to source this using, more name brand, more mainstream parts, and just this seems to be the better way to go. So I'm going to start with probably the most important part of this thing for doing tabletop RPG, at least in my opinion, is going to be this. This is the most expensive thing on the table here. This here is a hex and square battle mat. This is actually a Chessex branded one. There are off-brand ones, but this one has held up really, really well to a lot of use and a lot of abuse. I only recently got something nicer to keep it in, but this thing has served its function really, really well. And it works really well on the square side for things like combat and your more personal level game style. And then if you're doing something like Pathfinder or something where you need a bigger, broader map to track where you're going, the hex side works really well for that. That you can keep a hex map of the land and stuff that you need to know, and the square map is for when you get to rooms, just flip it over, bam, draw the room, you're off to the races. Makes life really easy, makes gaming really fun, and cuts down on having to draw things over and over and over again. It really helps. So, now I've talked about that, I have this here. And hopefully this picks up on camera. I hope it does. This is a poster holder. I'll actually put links for all of this stuff in the description below. But this here is a two-piece poster holder. This is a two-piece poster holder, and it works really well for holding this battle mat, and actually everything that you see on the table here fits down into it. I think I just completely blocked the camera with the shot, damn. And everything you see on the table here fits into this tube. I'm actually packing it as I talk here. There's the mat in. Next most important thing is next thing I'd probably go for would be some nice. These are wet erase pins. These were a couple bucks on Amazon. They're nice. They're actual name brand. Pretty much every school I've ever been in that has an overhead projector uses these pins. They work really well because they're wet erase. You move your characters over them, you're not going to mess up lines. You slide tokens over them, you're not going to mess up lines. They are really good pins. This is just a cheap spray bottle full of water to wipe away the pins. And this is a washcloth to wipe away the pins. Just, standard square wash stuff. Don't go with white. White will stain. Go with something that's a darker color. I used to have a green one. I don't know where it got off to, but now it's dark colored. Okay. And that just goes down in there. Now this is actually something that I put together. Actually, get to that in a minute. First, I want to get to this. This is a ton of multicolored counter chips, and these were severely inexpensive. I mean, I think all 300 I have here were like $3. That's a penny for each one of these. I mean, you could use pennies if you wanted to, but you can't really mark on pennies that easily. These you can mark on real easily with the pins. These, they wipe off real easily. They're tough. They're not going to break on you real easily. I mean, yeah, they're not going to break easily. That was a lot of force there. They're not going to snap in half or anything. That's just in a zippy bag. Just take it, roll it up, stick it down the tube. Yes, you can see that everything here is so. This is such the normal stuff I have here of high-tech stuff. Okay, these, I love these. These are miniatures. I bought these. These are actually model. These are actually model train These are actually model train miniatures. And I've just got a handful of them. I've got some other ones, but they're a lot tinier than these, and these are small for what I wanted to have. But I've used other stuff in the past, but these are nice because they're smaller. I can take all of them, drop them into, and this is actually a thing that dice came in. I'm going to try at some point add some dice to this, but not right now. They'll all pack up in there, all nice and neat, and they can fit right down into the map tube. See, the point is that everything in here fits down into one convenient package. And you put the lid on, and there you have it. You're all packed and ready to go. Other thing I have is this USB drive here. And this USB drive, we play a number of different systems, and sometimes we'll just do a one-off game. And of course, no one has all the rule books. So, USB drive, all the rulebooks on the USB drive, all in PDF format. Makes life really easy. Just pass around the drive. Someone wants to make a character, here's the drive. Everyone usually has their laptops on them. That goes into the tube, and off you go. Now this tube, the only thing I'm going to have to say about it is that the original hardware on it is really cheap. I mean, really cheap. This is a good investment for the price, but investing in some nicer hardware will help you in the long run. I mean, it broke probably after about a year and a half of use. But I paid $6 for it. A year and a half and that was in shadow. Yeah, I paid $6 for this, but a year and a half for $6. That's not bad for the amount of abuse I put this thing through. On this thing, I strap it to my game bag, I throw it in the car, I throw it on the table, I throw it over my shoulder at the game. I've abused this thing, and a year and a half for $6, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'll buy some nicer hardware to put on here, and it'll be good as new. Now that's my tube. Let me show you some other things that are pretty good to have on hand. And jump cut. Hey, sorry, didn't realize that this was across the room from me. Here I have the contents of my messenger bag that I carry with me to games. Because, yeah, I can't fit a laptop into a poster tube. It just doesn't work. Now I have my laptop. I've got a set of dice, and I've got more dice. These are the dice that I use personally. And this is just a bag that came on some tamales. Yeah, like I said, everything here is inexpensive. Either stuff that I picked up places, or I mean, this is a cheap Tupperware container. My laptop that I've used for a lot of stuff. So I already had the laptop. My bag of dice is just dice, and this is just a pound of dice. Then these, again, link in the description below. So yeah, you can do all this for relatively little, and I'll actually add up right here how much all this came to on Amazon with current pricing. Again, prices vary, prices change. The graphics card market has shown us this, and that's why I've dropped the computer from my show's name, is the fact that the price of computer parts right now is so outrageous. I was hoping to be able to do a computer series, but that's a story for another time. Yeah. Just take all of this stuff, shove it down into the messenger bag. Up. Pull the drawstring up. Of course, power supply and some other stuff are down in here with the laptop. Zip it up. Man, that fits tight. Why does that fit so tight? It's not supposed. Didn't used to fit that tight. I think my laptop's gained some weight. And then, yes, the now defunct ITT. I went there. USB extender. Never know when you need one of those. And one more thing, I almost forgot. This is very important. I've forgotten this the last few times and regretted it immensely. Ow. Okay, I've forgotten this the last few times and I regret it immensely. This is invaluable. I can't believe I keep leaving it at home. This is a 3-prong extension cord. A 3-slot, 3-prong extension cord. I really don't have anything to say about this except for the fact that this thing is so important if you're playing anywhere where there's limited outlets or where you might have a table that's a distance away from an outlet. A long distance from an outlet. Because the last thing you want is for all your notes, all your rule books and everything be stored on your laptop and the laptop lose power mid-game and you don't have access to your spells anymore. That's in no way helpful to anyone, ever. So yeah, extension cord. Plus with 3 slots, you have your extension cord. If 2 other people have laptops, hey, they can plug into that as well. 1 outlet for 3 people. But yeah, that's my gaming kit. And again, Prices. I'm not going to price the laptop because I actually do not recommend that laptop. I'll find a better one at some point in time and do a review on a better laptop. That laptop is not good. Yeah, I don't have any good things to say about that laptop really, other than it's portable and it does basic things I need it to do, but nothing more than the very basics. In fact, if you run anything 3D on it, it crashes. Yeah. Yeah, all I would recommend, I'll put links for in the description below. If I don't recommend it, there won't be a link to it. So anyways, I will see you in the next one. Stop recording. 15 minutes, that's not bad. Including the fact that it's probably going to edit down to about a 10-minute video. That's not bad at all. Only turn the light off. Okay. There's an icon missing, and that's bugging me. Oh, wait, hold up. I need to stop the audio recording. Okay.